7 Charlie, take 3, soft sticks.
Brett's a faker.
It was a remarkable trip, a big journey. It's always a pleasure, really. My favorite part of this is the collaboration. Getting a group of artists and technicians together to tell a story that I've cooked up. And imagine how it feels to see it come to life. You know, it starts out as 91 pages of blank white paper. I don't really know for sure how it's going to manifest, but in the hands of skilled actors and technicians, all of a sudden the story starts taking shape, and it's this birthing process, and I love it.
There's a belt.
The evolution of the characters has been a pleasure to watch because it was screenplay driven, but actor delivered.
What the hell's going on?
If it turns out to be true that you got something going on that neutralizes the virus, it's beyond me.
This is a kidnapping.
Shut the hell up, Wallace!
Hey, Joni. That's Wallace. He's your guy.
He never got any moss, and he survived.
Because they didn't know what else to do. They just used moss on the man in the ICU. I don't know where they got it.
I brought it in.
Well, it didn't help. He didn't make it.
Easy, guy. Get your ass inside.
It's always such a treat working with Rich. It's old school is the best way I can put it, because it's very collaborative. He's got people working that he's known for 30, 40 years. And he trusts them and they trust him. And I've seen them work together, and they don't even finish a sentence because someone else already knows what he wants. A piece of equipment would make this shot work. He brings in new blood. We had a group of young 20-somethings who are making their way in this business. And so he's mentoring them. And it's really beautiful to see. And he seems to find the right spirit. He finds people who are in it in a very Three Musketeers way. One for all and all for one.
And action.
I played the sheriff deputy, which is not the sheriff, because I didn't really know what a sheriff, it's the person that gets told what to do by the sheriff, right? So I'm out doing the legwork. I'm out checking things out. I'm going, taking calls and investigating different things that are happening, right? I feel like a lot of people end up in careers that maybe are just happenstance, and my character was one of them. Didn't know he's going to be a cop, now he's a cop, and now he's put in situations that he's uncomfortable with, right? He didn't want to be the hero, nor is he a hero, but he thinks he's tough, but when it comes down to it, maybe he's a little scaredy pants, right?
She really softens a lot in Dogman 3. And as part of the grieving process, Lorna gets together with Hank.
Still hard to believe she's gone.
Yeah. Listen, I didn't want to scare you, but there's a chance the Dogman's back.
Look at this.
Oh, yeah. I remember that picture.
I bet you do. You smashed the frame.
Yeah, well, I was kind of going through a rough patch.
7 years ago.
It's my first trilogy. I've been attacked in Dogman 1.
Knocked me down. Broke my leg. Gave me some deep gashes. And ran off.
It was a brief appearance, and then I was attacked again in Dogman 2, far more severely.
Car broke down on 29. Flat tire, no spare. He got me in the open. Nowhere to run. That's when all this happened. My eye. Almost killed me. I don't know why it didn't.
Throughout the course of the Dogman movies, Meg has had many different jobs. In the first one, she was a sheriff deputy. In the second movie, she plays a bartender. And this last one, I'm a medical records clerk. I think I finally have come into my own. I've been able to hold a job for more than, a couple of months. And then boom, Dogman is back.
Well, I saw the sheriff show up to set to check things out, and I'm like, okay, I want some notes, okay? Tell me how to hold a gun. To have a cop be like, this is how you hold a gun. I was like, okay, they're into it. Seems kind of dangerous. It's a prop gun, but he's showing me how to hold it and use it.
Slow down.
It's a pleasure to kind of play a character who starts off serious and then ends up kind of being a little bit of a comic relief. Because everyone else is playing this film straight up. And I thought, if I just moved it, just bent it a little bit, there'd be some gaps in there for a little bit of humor.
I think that Dogman is the thing that is unspeakable. It's the thing that can haunt you, the thing that keeps coming up. Although this is a very tangible thing, these dogmen keep coming back into society, I think that there's this beautiful abstractness to the concept of what can haunt you in your life, what doesn't go away, and how do you deal with it? How do you rise to that?
No, we're loving it. It's the best, always. Everyone's just in it for the ride, and the ride's always super fun.
Love the camaraderie of everyone. Everyone gets along, so it's always important.
Yeah.
We had this one shot in the film. Rich wanted to basically shoot right through the car. Lo and behold, they did it. They hooked up an apparatus, MacGyver style, and before you knew it, it picks us up in the scene. It's really beautiful. It's a great shot. And it's ingenuity. And it comes from that, why not? Let's try it.
Great. Cut.
This crew is a mixture of all sorts of demographics and ages and backgrounds and stuff, but they all have this common passion for telling stories, and for whatever reason, they love it. On their own, and on my own, I can't do it. We all need to get together to work as a community.
Rich has created such an incredible environment, not only artistically for all of us, but also every second is just totally filled with joy and love from everybody. In the crew, in the cast, even the people in the community. People know who we are, people stop by and say hi, people are really excited that we're there, and that doesn't happen all the time.
Every time I come here, the crew is huddled in one of the eateries, and then we move to another location, which is always buried somewhere in a town. I've never been to Frankfurt before, even though I've been in Michigan now for 15 years, so I've kind of moved through this area of Benzie County by way of Dogman films. And now I know, a few more towns than I would have, which is great.
I mean, I grew up listening to the Dogman stories growing up in West Michigan. Like, you hear about these things, going out in the forest, just thinking about these things. And it's amazing that the whole thing has come full circle to now be a part of the movies that are further generating interest in the Dogman.
All these guys are friends. They're all guys and gals that I've worked with many times over the years. And so we all trust each other, and the egos are all left at the door. It's really a joy to work with them all. I just love telling stories, and I hope to keep doing it forever.
Okay, so what happened? It happened. Wow.
We did it.
I'm gonna go out here and get run over. And there goes Brett.